I've been sleeping with my college professor, but now her daughter wants me too. I didn't expect to wake up to a text that would make my entire week unravel. My phone buzzed on the nightstand and I groggily grabbed it, expecting the usual spam or class reminders. Instead, it was her, Tracy. "Mark, we need to talk. Tonight, alone, and I don't want you seeing anyone else until we do." I froze, staring at the words. My heart raced. We'd agreed it was just sex, casual, fun. No feelings, no complications. That was the deal. But now, with one text, she was changing the rules, and I felt the tension coil tight in my chest. By the time I got to the campus cafe, my mind was spinning. I should have been angry. I should have felt indignant. But part of me couldn't stop thinking about her, the way she always moved, that commanding presence that had made me nervous the first time I walked into her office. She was 17 years older, smarter, and infinitely more magnetic than any girl I'd met. "I didn't expect you to be this late," she said, eyes narrowing, a small smirk tugging at the corner of her mouth. "Did you forget what we agreed?" I swallowed. I didn't forget. I paused, trying to measure my words. "I didn't know you meant now." She leaned forward, just slightly, so close I could feel the warmth radiating off her. The subtle scent of her perfume made my chest tighten. "I meant what I said. Stop seeing other girls, Mark. I want you, only me." I laughed nervously, trying to deflect the tension. "Tracy, we agreed it was casual, nothing serious." Her eyes flashed sharp and commanding. "Mark, do you think I want to play games? I'm not some fling. I'm not here for casual. I want control, and I want it now." I felt my stomach twist, part fear, part anticipation. She was dangerous in a way I couldn't resist, and that made me feel guilty because part of me wanted exactly what she was offering: control, intensity, dominance, but I couldn't stop thinking about the other girls I'd been seeing. The guilt pressed in like a weight I couldn't shake. We sat there, the air between us tight and charged, the cafe busy around us but fading into background noise. I could barely focus on anything but her eyes, the way they held me accountable without even touching me. I can't just stop seeing everyone," I said finally, the words tasting like ash. "We said casual. We agreed on rules." She laughed softly, but there was steel beneath it. "Rules? Mark, rules are only as strong as the weakest person who follows them, and I don't intend to be weak." Her words hit me harder than I expected. I wanted to push back, to assert my freedom, but the pull of her presence made my reasoning fuzzy. That's when my phone buzzed again. Lisa. I didn't know why she texted. I barely knew her. Just a girl on campus I'd run into in passing a few times. But now, seeing her name flash on my screen felt like a crack in the floor beneath me. "Want to meet up?" I hesitated, thumb hovering over the screen. A part of me knew it was a mistake. Another part was curious. By the time I reached the campus quad, Lisa was already there, sitting on the steps with a notebook open, looking casual, unassuming. She waved when she saw me. "Hey," I said, forcing a smile. My chest still throbbed from the morning's confrontation with Tracy. "Hey," she replied, eyes sparkling in the afternoon sun. There was a warmth to her I couldn't place, a familiarity that felt comforting and dangerous at the same time. We started talking, small things at first, classes, homework, the usual. But there was a subtle shift in the air, the way she leaned just slightly closer when she laughed, the way her hand brushed mine accidentally but deliberately. I felt my pulse speed, a tension I hadn't expected. Then came the moment I saw the photo on her phone. A family snapshot I hadn't noticed before, half hidden among travel photos. The last name in the corner, Tracy's last name, unmistakable. My mind froze. Lisa, Tracy's daughter. I blinked, heart hammering. "Wait, you're..." She smiled softly, eyes careful, teasing. "You didn't know? I never go to her place. I guess that explains why you never saw me there." The world tilted. My stomach churned, adrenaline and guilt twisting together. Tracy, Lisa, and me. The lines I thought I could ignore had suddenly vanished. I didn't... My voice faltered. Words failed me. Lisa leaned back slightly, letting the tension hang in the air. I didn't either, but now we both know, and we can't ignore it. Every instinct in me screamed caution. Every fiber of my being wanted to bolt, to apologize, to make sense of the tangled mess. But the electric pull between us, between me and both women, was impossible to resist. The next few days were a delicate dance of hidden glances, secret texts, and stolen moments. Tracy's grip on me was tighter than ever. Every time she texted or called, the reminder of her control made my stomach clench. Lisa's proximity on campus made my chest flutter in ways that were both thrilling and dangerous. One afternoon, I found myself cornered in the library by Lisa. She leaned against the table, eyes steady, daring me to speak first. "I know you're stressed about her," she said softly, voice low enough that no one else could hear. "But you don't have to pretend with me. Not here, not now." I swallowed, suddenly aware of the pounding in my ears. "Lisa, it's complicated. She's my professor, and it's not just about us." Her lips quirked into a faint smile. "I know, that's why it's exciting." I laughed nervously, trying to regain composure, but the tension made my hands shake. Every nerve was on edge. The forbidden thrill of her words mirrored the danger and pull I felt with Tracy. Every interaction now felt like walking a tightrope. I couldn't slip, couldn't make a misstep without it all collapsing. And yet, part of me craved the chaos, the danger, the intensity, the impossibility of it all. By the end of the week, the lines had blurred completely. Tracy called, her voice commanding. "Mark, I want to know why you're distracted and why you're smiling at people on campus like a fool. Tell me you're not doing anything stupid." My heart lurched. I'm not. "You will stop looking at other girls. That's final." I nodded, swallowing hard. Her tone left no room for argument. But I knew the truth. The moment I stepped onto campus that morning, I had crossed a line. And the tangled web of emotions, attraction, and betrayal was only getting messier. Later that evening, Lisa texted me. "Meet me behind the library. I need to see you." My chest tightened. I knew it was wrong. I knew it would hurt, complicate everything, but I was already in too deep. I didn't respond immediately. My thumb hovered, heart hammering. Finally, curiosity, desire, and that messy pull won. I typed a quick yes. When I arrived, she was already there, leaning casually against a wall, the late sun casting long shadows across the quad. The tension was instant, electric, messy. Every glance, every brush of our hands was charged. "I shouldn't be here," I said finally, voice low, almost pleading. "You know this is wrong. Tracy, my professor." "I know," Lisa said softly. "But it doesn't stop us, does it?" My mind spun. It shouldn't. But part of me, the part I didn't like admitting, wanted this. Wanted the chaos, the thrill, the danger, and the messy tension of it all. I swallowed hard, realizing just how impossible this situation had become. We talked in whispers, shared laughter, exchanged looks heavy with meaning, and every second drove home the truth. I was trapped between them, pulled in two directions by desire, guilt, and the messy thrill of forbidden attraction. By the time I left, I was trembling. Part adrenaline, part frustration, part something I didn't fully understand. I knew one thing for certain. There was no going back. And the storm that had begun with a simple agreement about sex had escalated into something far more complicated, messy, and impossible to control. And so, every day now is a careful dance. Every glance, every text, every moment is charged, messy, forbidden. I can't tell anyone. I can't stop thinking about them. Tracy's control, Lisa's daring, the impossible web they've drawn me into. It's intoxicating, chaotic, and utterly consuming. I don't know how long I can keep walking this tightrope. I don't know who will win, who will be hurt, or how far the mess will go. But one thing is certain. I am in too deep. And the tension, the forbidden attraction, the messy drama, they're only getting stronger.